Hello and welcome to round 16 for Coach's Corner. My name is Jason Devensenis and this week I've got Dean Warren, who's our senior assistant coach. Dean, last week we played Port Melbourne and we were really overrun in the second half. Well, maybe I should just say the fourth quarter. Third quarter we were quite good. Fourth quarter, Mick Hartley went down with an injury and so we were a bit stretched for some hype. But overall, a good performance, do you think?
Yeah, look, I think it was a pretty good performance. Look, down back, we did struggle in that last 15 minutes, with hearts going down. But I think that, the third quarter were really good, 5 goals to 2 we kicked. So I think we come home well, and especially that first 15 minutes as well, we were looking pretty good in that fourth quarter as well. But yeah, it just seemed to get away. The cream come to the crop towards the end, so to speak.
Yeah, it did seem that way, especially when Hartley did go down. It's like the players did lose a bit of confidence in themselves. And you do look here. I mean, Mick, when we should be right to play this week. We've got Johnny Cooper who's going to play in the ruck against Boxer, which I believe is where he was from previously. We've also got our midfield here, which is still performing, you would say. I mean, Aussie Youth had 2 very good weeks in a row. Cody Mance, I think, is getting better and better. Anything we should probably comment on the midfield?
Oh, look, I think the midfield's up for a big week this week. They've got a really hard running midfield. So I think, obviously down back, Adam Sard's been excellent for us and it gives us a lot of drive. And I think that, it's really good to recommend that. And young Blair has been doing well. Obviously, there's going to be a few boys who are playing against their old side. Phelps is from Box Hill. Daniel, both Coopers are from Box Hill as well. So a few boys that want to prove a point this week. And it'll be just interesting to see how they prevail with that.
Absolutely, and also our forward line, we've got Dion Hill, who first came back in the seniors since I think it might have been round 1 or 2. He came and kicked 4 goals, he didn't get a lot of the ball, but when he took his chances. And of course, it would be remiss if we didn't mention it's Nick Carnell's 150th game. I think, unless you've been living under a rock, if you're part of the Coburg community, you're aware that it's Nick Carnell's 150th this week. But Dion was really good to see him come through.
Yeah, absolutely. Dion was fantastic, after having probably 8 weeks off with a broken jaw, come back through the development for a couple of weeks, put his name back up in the seniors, did a really good job, and 4 goals last week was excellent. And look, Nick Carnell, what can you say about the bloke? He is Coburg, as far as this list of guys goes, he is the Coburg of old. So, it's just something. Congratulations to Nick. Fantastic effort. Anyone who plays 150 games at this level is deservingly.
Absolutely. And also, another one on the forwards, Lek Featherston, seems to be struggling a bit of late. What do you put that down to? Is that just a bit of form, or is it... What comes down to when a key forward is just struggling to maybe get his hands on the ball like he so often can earlier in the season?
Yeah, no, I think a lot of these sort of guys who are having their first year in VFL level, this time of year they probably drop off a little bit, and hopefully the last 4 or 5 games they can get back to some good form. They've probably had their bit of a lull patch for the last couple of weeks, and that just comes with just being a seasonal senior player at VFL level.
Yep, and just finally we've got just 4 guys here who played some development this year, maybe coming back from injury as well. So we've got Tommy Allard, who's been in development the last few weeks, but he's played some senior football, playing well. And just some guys coming back from injury. What's the status on these guys coming into this week? Yeah,
look, I suppose with Matty Fairband, he had a bit of an operation a week or so ago, so he'll probably miss 1 more week. Sortino, I think that he'll get through, and he looks really well. So after being a bit crook from the week before, Robertello hurt himself being a tradie, hurt himself with his finger, so he looks like he'll be okay, get up this week. And look, Tommy Allard's been fantastic. He just probably needs to keep working on it and play Coburg football style, and he's not too far away in the future.
All right, thanks very much, Dean. That's been Coach's Corner.